Hi, this is Thurston from madmuscle.com. I'm here at my training studio, Thurston Personal Training. Today I'm going to talk to you about mistakes that beginners make at the gym. Mistake number one. I find the most common mistake that beginners make is giving up too early. They start a workout program, they don't get results, they don't feel like they know what they're doing, they don't go often enough, so they just kind of lose their momentum. And whatever results they were getting or about to get, they completely lose out on. Results happen from three things: efficient workouts, consistency, and intensity. You have to make sure you're working out efficiently so that you're getting everything squeezed into your schedule. We don't have all day to work out. Intensity, making sure you're working out hard enough to make change happen, and being consistent enough to let that change happen. If you're going 1 week on, 1 week off, it's not really gonna get your body the way you want it to look. Another reason why people fall off their workout routines is because they get sore. Soreness is gonna happen. You can't work out and not get sore. Now, especially in the beginning, when you first start working out, you're gonna get even more sore. That's because your body's not used to anything that you do. But once you get consistent, remember consistency, efficiency, and intensity. Once you're consistent with your workout, your body's gonna adapt to what you're doing, and you'll still get sore, but nothing compared to what you do in the beginning of when you first start working out. So once you're consistent, you'll then be able to build up the endurance, muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance, to then where your workouts aren't so difficult, and you're not getting as sore anymore, but you're still making progress. Some nutrition and hydration mistakes I see beginners make is they start working out either they haven't drank any water all day or yesterday, they're completely dehydrated, so when they do their first workout, they just get really lightheaded very quickly and they can't really accomplish very much. And then they get frustrated because of that. And it's not that they're incapable of completing the first workout, it's just because they didn't hydrate properly or eat proper nutrition prior to the workout. So when you're doing your first workout routine or any workout routine, it's very important to hydrate completely. Drink. A rule of thumb is about 1 gallon of water a day. The next thing you should do is make sure you eat something throughout the day and a little bit before your workout. Not too much to where you feel like you're full and you're going to throw up, but just enough to give you energy so you have complex carbohydrates to push you through the workout. You want complex carbohydrates before your workout, that way it's going to give you energy. Complex carbohydrates turn into glucose, which then gives you energy. Please bring a sweat towel to the gym. It's just inconsiderate to your fellow gym goers, and it's just nasty, it's insanitary. Someone's going to get a fungus infection or something. Just bring a towel, clean up after yourself after each thing you do. That way someone else can use the machine without it being wet or moist. Just a sweat towel, anything will work, even if you have an extra shirt, just something to clean up after yourself. A lot of gyms even have, I have it here, paper towels that you can sanitize the machine with after you're done. A mistake I see beginners make in the gym is they're trying to text or mess with their music too much. I recommend leaving your phones in the car. If you do have to have music in your ears, bring an iPod or something separate so that there's no phone calls, no text messages, nothing to distract you from your workout. It's okay to have music and it's okay to change the songs, but there's too many distractions when you have your phone playing your music that, a text might come in, stops your music, emails, there's too many things on there that's going to distract you from your workout, and you want to stay focused. Get in, get your workout done, be effective, efficient, bring the intensity, work out hard, and then go home and go about your day. If you have a workout partner or you're working out with somebody else or in a group, pay attention to spotting them. It's a team effort. You're motivating them, they're motivating you. It doesn't work with one without the other. So especially if you're spotting somebody, pay attention to the spotter. You spotting them motivates them to push even harder. That way they're not afraid to push the limits. If they know that you're not paying attention, they're not going to push themselves to the limit. Therefore, they're not going to get a good workout, and then they're not going to want to work out with you again because you're a crappy workout partner. So spot your workout partners, pay attention, don't mess with your phone, Don't make any jokes. Just focus on pushing them, motivating them, and then that way when it's your turn, they're gonna reciprocate that same type of motivation. I see a lot of people making this mistake when doing push-ups at the gym. They do what I call partials. So they come out here, come in just a little bit, and then they push again. Now, they're doing this either because they don't know, or maybe it's too difficult for them. Either way, you want to get the full range of motion out of the exercise. That way you get the most from it. And especially if you're trying to focus on the chest or pec muscles, if you're just doing a partial push-up, you're only working the shoulders and triceps. In order to really engage the chest, you have to come all the way down, touch your chest to the floor, exhale, push, squeeze the chest. Another thing about doing the exercise is you want to make sure you're having that mind and muscle connection. Engage the muscles while you're don't just go through the motions. That's the worst thing you can do. As you're doing the exercise, push, really flex and squeeze the muscle, really to get the blood flow and increase your pump. If you're just going through the motions and also not going slow in the negative, you're really just gonna go through your workout. You might not even get sore, and you're not going to get a very good workout. Whereas as if you really focus on what you're doing, engage the muscles properly, and do the full proper exercise. If the push-up is too hard for you, then just go ahead and modify it. Go on your knees, do an incline push-up where you're doing it against the wall. So something easier so that you can get the full range of motion and practice doing the proper exercise. Seated row is a big one. There's a couple different variations of seated row that you can do. If you're trying to focus on the rhomboids, the middle of your back, you might go close grip and stay static with your back. Just pull, squeeze your back, get that pinch. If you're trying to work on the outside, your lats, you might go wider grip or still use the neutral, but fully stretch your lats out. It's not bad to lean forward as long as it's a controlled movement. Now you see a lot of people really using their lower back to go forward, swing it. That's wrong. You want to stay away from that. You'll get hurt. And you're not concentrating on the muscles that you're trying to work, which is your lats, upper back, rhomboids. You're not going to get the full benefit of the exercise, which is to create the width and thickness in the upper back. So the way to properly do this exercise is to get a full stretch forward, let the lats come out, come back, pull, squeeze the back together in the back. That way you're engaging the lats, the rhomboids, everything properly, and you're not going to injure yourself. Another mistake I see people making with lunges is they're not going all the way down. They're doing a partial repetition of the exercise just to get through it. Again, you don't want to go through the motions just to get the exercise done. You want to maximize your time and maximize every single exercise that you chose to do that day. Or if you're working out with a group, then whatever workout that they're giving you, you want to maximize your time. You don't want to just go through the motions and get it done. So when you're doing a lunge, make sure you're going all the way down. You don't have to touch your knee to the ground, but get extremely close to where it almost is touching. Come back up, step through. Try not to, if you have to step in between the lunge, do so just for balance reasons, but otherwise step straight to the next step. And to continue the motion, it makes it harder that way. Also, it makes you work your core more to balance the entire motion. But again, don't go through the motion of the exercise. Again, try to focus on thinking of the muscles that you're working and really engage the body parts. That way you can get the most out of your exercise. It's going to work your glutes, hamstrings, quads. It is a lot of core, so make sure you're engaging your core and lower back just to support you through the exercise so you're not leaning forward during it. Bench press is another exercise where a lot of guys try to go way too heavy. So when you're doing a bench press, make sure you're not thrusting your hips, you're not swinging your legs up in the air. Keep your feet planted flat on the ground, keep your glutes on the bench, keep your upper back on the bench, make sure your back is arched, core is tight. Focus on your chest. If you're moving anything else during the exercise, you're trying to compensate. It's not that the weight's necessarily too heavy, it's that you're not focusing on controlling your body and engaging it properly. The more mind-muscle connection you have, the more you're going to be able to isolate the muscles you're trying to focus on. And at bench press, that's going to be your chest, your pectoral muscles. So focus on engaging your chest, moving the bar up, slow and controlledly, slow on the eccentric, fast on the positive. Control it, feel the muscles you're working, and keep everything else still. When doing a ball slam, make sure you keep your back arched, chest up. When you squat down to get the ball, don't bend over using your lower back. squat using your legs, glutes, hamstrings, quads to get the ball, pick it up over your head, slam it back down, but again, keep upward angle. Try not to lean forward. Don't use your lower back. Do more of a squat. When doing crunches, you're really going to hurt your neck if you're pulling on your neck a lot. So what I recommend is keep your eyes to the ceiling. It's going to help you focus on crunching up and engaging your core instead of pulling on your neck forward. You don't want to jerk on your neck. You want to focus on the abdominals. So again, focus on the mind-muscle connection. Focus on engaging your abs, flexing them, using them, and focus less on pulling on your neck. So if you focus on crunching up instead of forward, it'll really help you engage the right muscles and not pull on your neck so much. When doing tricep extension, make sure that you're keeping everything else in your body still. You're locked in, your elbows up, parallel to the ground, even a little bit higher up to the ceiling. That would increase the resistance of gravity. Extend your arm all the way up. Flex the muscles, engage all three heads of the tricep. This takes a little bit of practice to really know how to engage all three of them, but for now, just focus on really flexing the muscle as you do the kickback. Hold it for a second or two, then let it slow on the eccentric. If you just go through the motions and pump it up and down, one, you're going to use the momentum, so it's easier, and then two, you're not going to get as much benefit out of the exercise. It won't be as difficult to do. It's kind of an exercise that you have to really concentrate and go slow on and focus, whereas if you just go through the motions, you won't really feel anything at all.